Hi. Alright, I'll read the questions off and then answer them. Alright, how did you get into filmmaking? Well, it was back in 2002, whenever I was going to Penn State Du Bois, and there was this mass email sent out to anybody that was interested to email them, send a photo, and they'll let you know. So did all that, met with the director, and actually got cast as in Dead Body Man, the movie, as hooker number 2. So that was my first role, hooker number 2. Yeah. So what was your first film project? That was my first film project, working with Ryan Cavallini. And after I was done filming, I left there and I was like, I hate it. I hate acting. I think it's so stupid. I thought I was terrible at it. I was finding it so difficult to pretend to be someone else that it was more, I just gotta say these lines and that's it. And it just felt so, I didn't like it. Whenever it comes to the artistic expression, I was always into music, painting, drawing, photography, all that stuff. And I didn't really think I matched up with acting. But then a couple years went by and another project came up, so I thought, okay, well, I have more of a main role in this one, we'll see how it goes. And that was House of Carnage. And I liked it. And then, referrals started happening, like, hey, I saw you in this, would you be interested in this? And then I decided that maybe this is a different type of artistic expression, so you can actually use the character to use parts of yourself into it and shove everything down, and if anything, it was a lot of fun. If you find the right people it's fun. Sometimes I don't even watch the final projects because to me it was always more about the experience making it. So that was, how long have I been doing it? So that Dead Body Man, that came out in 2003, I think. So 17 years. Wow, I've been doing this for 17 years. That's a lot of years. Oh, sounds weird saying that out loud. And there's still more to come. So what am I currently working on? Well, currently nothing, because since COVID happened, there were some things in the works here and there that was gonna come up, like a music video, short film, but then once that happened, everything stopped. So currently, all those things that were going to happen are on the wayside. They don't even have a start date of when to start filming. So a lot of things are going to have to happen as far as filmmaking in general, especially indie filmmaking, because you don't have a high budget to fly people in, to have their own sanitary trailers, to make sure everybody's social, like on a lot of low budget indie horror movies, you're losing money half the time. It's not doable. So we gotta get even more creative that we've already gotten, and frankly, there's a lot better. But anyway, yeah, not currently working on anything. And the last thing I worked on that should be coming out this year, actually I know it's coming out this year because a trailer just dropped of Return to Splatter Farm. And that one is a Polonia Brothers movie. It's a sequel to one that him and his brother made a long time ago. So there's been a lot of buzz behind that one. The trailer, I just watched it. It's really it's a fun trailer. I don't know, and it was such a blast to work on it. Anytime you work with the Polonio Brothers crew, it's always a fun time. They're really great people to work with. So, what advice would I give to people wanting to get into the film industry? Well, a couple things. One, always show up on time. There's usually always a schedule, and always show up on time and be ready to film. And two, know your lines so that you can just dive in and keep going and you don't have to keep going back. I am currently still working on number 1 and number 2. I am terrible at preparing for stuff. My mind just doesn't work right. I don't know how to explain it. Like, I'll go through all my lines and then I'll know it, but then whenever it kind of comes, anyway, there's lots of little tricks. I'm getting better. I'm getting better. 17 years passed, and I'm finally getting this thing. One way you can do that is that I found works for me whenever you're trying to remember your lines is whenever you are practicing, record it. Use your app on your phone or something and record it and just listen to it back, because you can hear, if you hear it listening to it back to you, sometimes your mind will actually contain it and be able to release it the way it usually should. I guess it depends on people that are more visual learners or auditory learners or anything like that. I found that works for me. Another thing that really I would say is a big boost to you finding more jobs is filming an acting reel. It's just bits and pieces of your work through movies or TV commercials or anything like that. Just a short film that can give the casting directors a visual of what you sound like, what you look like whenever you're moving, interactions, facial expressions, because it's a lot better than whenever you just have a resume and a headshot. And don't know whenever I will get mine done. Yeah, 17 years, still working on that one too. So, I mean, you can hire someone to do it, film student, anything like that. I do a lot of video editing myself. I have, medium procrastination, that's just a whole other thing. I actually have on my bulletin board a little post-it that says acting reel. It's been there for about 3 years, so one of these days I'll get it. So promote myself, YouTube channel, social media. I don't really do much social media, socialmead, as the kids call it. We're just lame assholes that try to sound cool, like me. I would say I'm not really into Facebook. I think Facebook's like a total dumpster fire. You can find me on Facebook though, Facebook.com/Donahue Danielle. I am pretty active on Instagram. You can find me on there, just Danielle Donahue. That's my username. Lucked out there. Anything else? I'm not, Twitter. Ugh. But I do have a website, DanielleDonahue.com. That's another thing. I have to update and renew my account with Wix. There's so much, I didn't realize how much I had to do before I started doing this interview. And I gotta start writing this down. So I got to my website. Video reel. I'm not gonna remember it. It just doesn't matter. I won't remember it anyway. But yeah, I think that pretty much sums it up. If that helped.